Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the most recent updates made to Final Fantasy XIV's patch 4.3 website. Now, we like to do these videos whenever something of substance actually pops up, or something that we didn't actually know all too well in detail what it was going to be like. Now, there are just a few details here, mostly the additional updates that we're going to be taking a look at, but first we'll just click on the Four Lords. Now, if you haven't been to this website before, currently it has main scenario, Evilise, the new dungeon, additional updates, which can be quality of life or minor new features. The Four Lords, we're also waiting to see Ultima Weapon, Ultimate, Uwu, the Namazu Beast Tribe quest, more Hildebrand teasers, Heaven on High, the next part of the Forbidden Land of Eureka, so on and so forth, whatever they throw on additional updates after that. So the first new thing that was added with this update was Four Lords. Now, there isn't too much here. There's only 2 images and a brief description of this patch. Now, we know we're not getting a Four Lords trial because the 8-man trial is going to be part of the main story, and they won't even reveal it in the trailer. You're literally not going to know who the boss is until you actually get to that point in the 4.3 story, so there should be a lot of suspense leading up to that. So for the Four Lords, getting another quest, obviously something needs to happen, but what is it that's actually happening? The Four Lords, the greatest of the auspices, once fought to defend the Ruby Sea and her people from calamitous forces. Though the Warrior of Light and his comrades managed to save the soul of Byakko, one of these ancient guardians, they are not yet ready to face the threat which looms on the horizon. And so the auspice Genbu considers a rather unorthodox training method. So what we can see here is if you look back there, you can see all the auspices, including Genbu and Byakko, standing behind the Warrior of Light, and I think that's Tadaru right there, looking at, what's his name, Soroban, who seems to be possessed by his Aramitama, which is the same thing that happened to Byakko in 4.2. So I don't know if he's deliberately giving in to his Aramitama to purge himself of that, to prepare for the upcoming battle, or if he's just so he's stronger to train against the Warrior of Light. I'm not sure what the exact plan is, or if it's just Genbu's plan backfiring and leading to this. But we also get another little backstory screenshot here of what we can only assume, if you've played Final Fantasy XI, is a flashback that talks about the Warrior of Light from all that time ago that fought with the Four Lords, Tenzin himself and his Phoenix Blade. So we might be getting a little more backstory, although this kind of, I guess, framing around this makes me believe that if anything, it's a series of still images and not actually a rolling piece of footage, or rolling memory, I guess, a moving memory, I guess I'll call it. But either way, learning more about Tenzin, learning more about the Four Lords, and the story that they're actually telling, and what it is that's actually happened all those years ago, is information I want to know more about. So I'm very interested to see that. Now, in terms of the additional updates, the first one that people will notice is the custom deliveries. We were told that we were getting another custom delivery. It wouldn't be a Mikote. It is actually Kurenai, who is over in Suino Sato. And she wants to, she needs to, I guess, Kurenai has a dream, and to realize that dream, she needs custom deliveries. So whatever it is she's doing down in Suino Sato, it'll be another custom deliveries client. And interestingly enough, you can actually change her outfit if you make it far enough in there. I don't know why, but it's a thing. And they told us it was going to be a thing in the last live letter, so it's not a surprise, but it's still, you'll be able to, and you can see, it's kind of hard to see. I guess maybe I could try zooming in, see if you get a better look at it. But you can see here that you can just straight up change her outfit and her appearance. And I don't know why, but it's something that you'll be able to do, so please look forward to it. And then on the right-hand side, we have the Dolman Reconstruction. Now, originally, we thought that the Beast Tribes would be related to the Doman Reconstruction. And this is a place you can already go in. If you go to Yanjia, there's a boat you can take to actually go to the area that we're going to be reconstructing. And it looks to be a series of delivery quests, or just, I guess, deliveries overall. Let me see if we can get a better picture of it. You can see Imperial Jade Ring of Aiming. You can see Cobalt Ingot, Gold Needles. And I'd suppose that based on the total that they need and how much has actually been contributed, I'm wondering if this is a personal contribution, or if this is something that is worked on server-wide, and how are we actually going to see the reconstruction of Doman? How is it going to evolve? What NPCs will be involved? They said several of the more prevalent NPCs from the eastern side of the world would be making appearances here. And then there's also weekly, looks like there's weekly ratings and stuff like that. I'm curious to see what the overall idea is of the Doman Reconstruction, how they get players to participate in it, what the ultimate goal of it is outside of just rebuilding Doman itself. But I'm glad to see something that at least feels a little bit more like, I guess, we're part of the world. You know, we occasionally I don't know if you heard the car beeping. But we've seen things like Mordona being rebuilt, but we've never been a part of it. So I'm curious to see how the Doman Reconstruction actually visually is represented and story-wise is represented on the individual servers for each individual and for the game itself. And I think the only other major thing here is the duty finder. So Lords of Verminion is on this list, but don't panic because they didn't actually put any work into this, or it doesn't feel like they did. Lords of Verminion tournament matches, and I suppose NPC matches themselves maybe, are now available in the duty finder. It specifically says Lords of Verminion tournament matches. You can already queue into Lords of Verminion in the duty finder regardless of where you are, but I guess specifically tournament matches, I don't know. For me, that just sounds like, I think what they mean to say is the NPCs, like the actual, I guess, story mode of Lords of Verminion. I don't know. But either way, you can queue into those. And also Chocobo Racing. Chocobo Racing being in the duty finder is an interesting one because it's one of the main things I've wanted out of the Gold Saucer for a long time now. I felt like that was one of the biggest things keeping Chocobo Racing from being more impactful. And now with the Make It Rain event probably coming up for its 3rd annual release sometime this summer, this is the perfect time to introduce a feature like this and maybe encourage people to use Chocobo Racing as a means of obtaining their MGP while maybe they're out doing other things in the game. But those are the updates to the patch 4.3 website. The live letter's tomorrow, so we expect to have some pretty major updates about, well, we better be, we shouldn't be too far from the patch at this point, but we should have some more major information coming out of that in the coming day. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. But thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for that live letter video that's going to be coming tomorrow. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, take care.